Meghan Markle is no stranger to making headlines with her fashion choices, and her recent trip to Colombia was no exception. Over 4 days, Meghan wore outfits that totaled a staggering 90,065 pounds, each piece carefully selected to reflect her position, both as someone once part of the royal family and as an independent figure forging her own path. Let's start with day one of the tour. Upon arriving in Bogota, Meghan chose a sleeveless jacket and trousers by New York-based brand Veronica Beard. The sleek tailoring sent a clear message: this was an important trip, and the Sussexes meant business. Meghan opted for a tailored cord instead of a formal suit, signaling that while she's familiar with royal protocol, she's no longer bound by its rigid rules. The 3,775-pound Loro Piana bag she carried also stood out, much larger than the typical clutches royals are known for. What could she have been carrying? Perhaps it was a subtle nod that she's now more than just a public figure, she's a working woman, too. Later that day, Meghan changed into a stunning jacquard dress by Colombian designer Johanna Ortiz for a visit to the National Center of the Arts. This was classic diplomatic dressing, a tradition that dates back to the late Queen Elizabeth II and Princess Diana. Meghan's choice to wear a local designer paid homage to her host country, but the dress's cutout details drew some criticism for being too revealing. As a working royal, this might have been seen as inappropriate, but now, Meghan has more freedom to push boundaries and make bolder fashion choices. Meghan also showcased her knack for blending the old with the new. For her final outfit of the day, she wore a Victoria Beckham shirt she's been seen in before. Recycling clothing is a strategy royals often use to avoid accusations of extravagance. She paired it with trousers from La Linea and shoes by Aquazzura, a brand founded by a Colombian. Meghan's nod to her host nation here was subtle yet powerful, a perfect blend of royal tradition and personal style. On day 2, Meghan kept up her theme of diplomatic dressing. She wore a skirt by Colombian brand Juan de Dios and later stepped out in Chanel's iconic two-tone pumps. This was another instance of Meghan breaking away from royal fashion rules. Historically, royal women avoid wearing easily recognizable designer pieces, but Meghan is no longer restricted by those unspoken codes. What's fascinating, though, is how she balanced this modern twist with tradition. She paired her outfits with butterfly earrings that once belonged to Princess Diana, creating a direct link to her late mother-in-law. Meghan also wore Diana's gold Tank Frances watch, further solidifying this connection. As the tour progressed, Meghan continued to mix high-end fashion with thoughtful nods to Colombia. On day 3, she wore a chic white-brimmed hat by Colombian designer Hania Char during her visit to Cartagena. This hat became a statement piece, paired first with another Johanna Ortiz outfit, and later with a more casual ensemble of a white skirt, top, and sandals. This look showcased Meghan's ability to balance the formality of royal dressing with a more relaxed, modern style. She even broke the royal tradition of avoiding open-toe shoes. On the final day of the tour, Meghan turned heads at a women's empowerment forum with a striking combination of high fashion and high street. She wore a sequin skirt by Colombian designer Silvia Cherasi, but balanced it with a 26-pound sleeveless shirt from Mango. This mix of accessible and luxury fashion is a trick we've seen from royals before, but Meghan made it her own by adding earrings gifted by Colombia's vice president, handmade by local artisans. Later that day, she embraced Colombian fashion again in a green printed dress by Andres Odalora. By wearing pieces from local designers throughout the tour, Meghan not only paid tribute to Colombia but also demonstrated her influence on the global fashion scene. What's clear from this tour is that Meghan has mastered the art of communicating through her clothing. She's taken the lessons learned from her time as a royal and adapted them to her new life as a quasi-royal, unbound by the traditional constraints. Whether it's diplomatic dressing, mixing high-end and accessible fashion, or paying tribute to her host country, Meghan's wardrobe on this Colombia trip was astutely thought out and meticulously executed. She's no longer a working royal, but her sartorial influence is as powerful as ever. Elegant background music begins. Thank you for joining us today as we explore the secret signals behind Meghan Markle's Colombia tour wardrobe. Whether you love her style or find it controversial, one thing is undeniable: Meghan knows how to make a statement with her fashion choices. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the Fame Journey, and click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest celebrity deep dives. What do you think of Meghan's tour wardrobe? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.